name google.com, google.com. So you see, I am seeing the reply. This is it, showing it 64. It is showing that I have received the reply packet of 64 bytes, from which IP address, this address, this one. This is the IP address of Google, this one. So it means that as I have received this message, it means that the google.com is available. So this is the response from Google. This means that I am connected to the internet, so I am able to reach Google. So to stop, I have to use a Control-C, or if it doesn't work, you use Control-Z. I will go out of. I will stop. I will stop the reply from the ping. So for the reply I received the 62 packets transmitted, and I received 62 packets transmitted. These are the packets which went out from my computer. So these packets are used for detecting if the host of google.com is available. So I received 62 packets, means that there is no packet lost. So there is no loss. So the pinging lasts for 61 to 40 milliseconds. So okay, this is very good. So for example, I try to disconnect the network. I disconnected the network like this. So I use again ping. I ping again google.com. You will see the message that will be displayed. You see, it will say that unknown host or google.com. So it means that google.com is unreachable. So I ping it again. You see it is coming. I can stop it, Control-C. So I can, this is the IP address of Google. I can either use the host name or its IP address, the IP address of Google. I can ping like this, ping the IP address. You see, I am receiving the same response. This is the IP address of Google, this one. I can use it, Google, so the host name or its IP address, no problem, it will work. Both of them will work. So if the host doesn't exist or you are not connected to the network, it will receive the message which says that that host does not exist. For example, I type like this, ping even if I am connected to the internet, it will say that this is saying okay, it means that this device exists. We can see the difference. Ping myself.com to see if that website exists. Okay, it exists. I can put a device which does not exist. you will say that it is an unknown host, like this. So we can use the FTP command. So the FTP command will help upload and download the file from one computer to another. So to continue with our practice, you see that I am having two machines. One is Linux Mint, another is Ubuntu. So we are going to suppose that we are having two computers. These are the two computers which are different. So both are running a UNIX. So how can you configure the network and set IP addresses to your computers and then ping between these two computers in the network and connect from one computer to another? So first in the VirtualBox I will show you how you can do in the VirtualBox. In the VirtualBox, what you have to do, you open one machine, you go to device, and then you go to networks and click on network settings. Then you come here, you will see so many options. You will find the option which is called network, and you choose internal network here, and then you click on advanced. You click here allow all here. After that, you have to make sure that cable connectivity is ticked and you click OK. You go to another machine, you do the same. Devices, network settings, and then you choose internal, advanced. Make sure that allow all is chosen in the tick cable connected and the click OK. After that, I have to set the IP addresses. This will have the IP address like this: 192.168.1.1, and this will have 192.168.1.2. So I will be pinging those two machines. So to set the IP, I have to do what? To set the IP, I have first to configure. I have to configure a file which is used to configure the network. So I have to go to cd atc network. So there is I can list I can explain this of file. I can open the file interface using the VI interfaces like this. So you have to type this command. See? This I am having. You have to type this. See? By default, the auto RO and this one two first line will be there. So you will add there's four ones. So you have to write this command auto np. This is an interface where your VirtualBox is connected to the main computer. So I will show you how to find this, the interface name, and then you write iFace. I'm going to set the IP address for this interface. So I have to put iNet. It means internet is IP address will be static. It means that not dynamic. So here you will type like this address. What is the IP address? You type like this. And then you have to put the net mask like this. After typing this, what you will do? You put WQ save and quit. After quitting, what you are going to update the content, or the content of interface file, you have to write the command. You are going to write sudo service networking restart. If I put restart, if there is nothing wrong, okay, you will find a note to put. So now you can put a network status to see if it is working. If networking is working, I put the status, okay. There is no problem. You can put like control receipt, no problem, as we saw and you clear. So I can't check the IP address. In Windows, use IP config, but in Linux, use IP config. I type IP config like this. So you will find the interface card, the interface. You will find that your interface. You see, my interface is which one? It is this one. So the mouse is not there. You see where it is written ENP0S3. This is my interface. It is what you will copy. You will take it and copy it to the file interfaces. So this is the interface name. It means that NIC, where your computer is connected to the main computer. So this will be working as an interface card, network interface card. So when I go to another to the other computer, okay, I can go to another computer here. I will do the same. I go to CD ATC network, and then VI interfaces. I have put the same IP addresses like this. So if you don't like a VI, you can use another utility which is used to edit files. You can install it using like sudo apt get install gedit. This the file name. The file name is called gedit. It will be used to edit your file. You install it. Now it is already there. Okay, no problem, because it is saying gedit is already the final version. Okay, as it is there. Okay, so now if it is not there, it will be installed. After that, I have to put create gedit interfaces like this. So it is a very beautiful interface. You can use it instead of using a VI, but a VI also is also useful. So by default, you will have there's two lines only. By default, you will have these two files. So it will be like this. So this is read only. So you have to make sure that you use a sudo. So what I have done, so I have to use sudo. It means super user do. It means that you have the privilege to edit the file as if you are a root user. So okay, it will come like this. Then I will remove this one. So you will type it. You can type it or you can paste it. No problem, like this. You paste it here, and then you save. After saving, I will do the same. Service sudo su. You can put like sudo su to get the privilege of the root, and then write service working. Restart. So I will check the status. The status, okay, it is very good. So what I'm going to do, I can see the IP address, IP config. No, I use IP config, like this. So it is having the IP address 168.1.1. So this is a fixed IP address or static. Okay? So now we can perform our command of ping. So I can ping my host name. To ping my host name, I am going to use its IP address as we did here. I can ping the IP address. So I am in this computer. This computer is having IP config. If I get the IP address of this computer, I am going to ping the IP address of this computer, which is having IP address of 12. So what I have to do, so here I am in command prompt. Better you go to Windows. To go in graphical mode, you have to type start X. So I go in graphical mode. So I can ping this computer. Me, I'm having a 192.168.11. I can ping 192.168.1.2. So I am going to ping 192.168.1.2. I ping it. Okay, you see, it is replying. So as it is replying, it is very good. To stop, Control-C. I can check also if I can, because this is still loading. I have to wait, because I am running two machines, so the memory will be consumed at a high level. That is why the one some operating system will load slowly. So after loading, what we have to do, I will launch the terminal. So I will run the command to the command prompt, but in graphical modes. In the graphical mode, I will do like this. So from this also you can ping the other computer. I will use ping 192.168.1.1. Okay, if computer are pinging, I can also ping myself. Ping myself means that I use the IP address, my IP address. My IP address is 2. Okay, this computer can find itself also. So after pinging, it means that your computer connected through the network, so they are working. So okay, it is very good. There is no problem. So what you shall have to do, you can do networking commands or any networking operation, because we see that we have tested the connectivity. It is okay, so we can do anything related to networking, no problem, without any problem. We are going to see what another utility, which is called the FTP. FTP is what? It is a file transfer protocol, which is used to transfer file when you are downloading or uploading files from the internet. So it is this protocol we are using. It will help you to upload your message or upload a document to your email in Gmail. So you are using this file transfer protocol. So this utility will help you to upload and download a file from one computer to another. So I can upload a file from my computer, from one computer, and upload it to another computer. It is doable. So the FTP utility has its own set of Unix-like commands. So the FTP utility has other commands which are like Unixes. These commands help you perform tasks such as it has different commands which can help you to connect and log into a remote host. You can connect to the host and log into another computer. It means that you are having a laptop. You can log in to the server of UG, no problem. So you make some work, you are doing some work assignment and save it to the server of the of UG. So the FTP will help you to connect to the server and then log in to it and save some content there. So you can navigate the directories of the server. You can list, display, navigate. You can list using the command ls. You can put and get. Put means that you upload, get, you download. You download the content from the of the server. You download it to your computer, to laptop, or you take a files from your laptop and then upload it to the server. Okay. You can transfer file as ASCII and so on, a binary or file of type only type you can be transferred from the client to the server and from the server to the client. So what will be the syntax to use the ping command? The syntax is almost the same as the one of the ping. So you can use the syntax. It is not the ping FTP. So I can use a command to upload file name. Here I am uploading the file from my computer to the remote computer. So this will upload the file name from the local machine, your computer, to the remote computer. It's like when you are attaching a file to your email. That file means that you are downloading the file from the server or remote machine to your machine. You can also putmput the list. You can upload many files, so the name are given the list. So you are able to upload more than one file from the local machine to the remote machine. It means that you upload many files from your computer to the remote machine. Get also, it is the opposite. It means that you download many files from the server to your computer. If I put the prompt off, it will turn off. It will turn the prompt off. By default, you will receive a prompt to upload or download the file using prompt off. It means that there will be a prompt or some notification which will suggest you something or provide the information. If you put the prompt off, such a notification won't display. If you put them on, it means that you will have anytime some prompt message which gives you some more information or suggests you what to do. If I put a D, it will list or file available in the current directory for the remote machine. This is the same as what you do at your local machine. If you use a CD, you are changing from one directory to another, as we did. If I put a CD the name, to change the directory to their name on the local machine. It will change the directory to their name on the local machine. If I put CD their name. If I put a quit, I quit. If I put it will help you to log out. From what? From the FTP command when you are finished. So it should be also noted that the file will be downloaded or uploaded to or from current directory. It means that when you are uploading or downloading So whatever you're doing is will be displayed in the current directory. For example, if you are working in a home directory, it means what you are doing, what you are uploading will be uploaded to the current directory of the server. What you are downloading will be downloaded into the current directory from the client. So you can upload the file in a particular directory. It means whatever you need, you have to change to the directory and then upload the required file. It means that if you want to upload the file in a directory other than the current one you are having, you must go into that directory and do the upload and the download the operation in that directory. For example, we show the working of a few commands here. I write ftp amorood.com. It means that I want to upload and download the files from amorood.com. This is a domain name. It means a computer, we don't know, which has this domain name. So it will display a message that you are connected to Amorood. It means that you have been connected to that machine, and it will show you the different information. It will show you the username of Amorood and the password. So here it will ask you to provide the name, the username of that machine, of the remote machine you are going to connect it to. So here the username of the server, it is Amorood. The password, it means that you will have to type the password of the server or the remote machine, not the password of your local machine. So the username and the password must be the ones which are used to log to the remote machine. So here we receive the message saying that user Amorood logged in. It means that you have been logged in remotely to a dark machine using the username which is configured on that machine. So here we immediately get the command prompt FTP, and then when you are there, you will perform all commands. You can type all commands as if you were doing on your local machine. It means that all commands we were performing on our machines locally can be performed on the remote machines. So it will be like if you are working on your local machine. So, for example, I am having my client. I am sitting in UG. I can upload the files in a server located in USA. No problem. It is what you make when you are in Gmail. When you are in Gmail, you are browsing messages from your mail. When you are browsing those messages, you think that you are working on your computer. No, you are not working on your computer. You are working on the server remotely. So you are using FTP. So if I put this command UNIX, as we saw previously, we display the content of the directory. So here it will show the command successfully opening a connection, and it will show the message of the content of the current directory. Then we display the content of the current directory in the server. So all of these are the content. The first one is mail, which is a directory. The MP also is another directory, so on. So it will tell you that 226, it means the total directory name transfer has been completed. You can put the CDM MP here, so you can go to the subfolder. You can continue, you can do anything. So, for example, I am in this directory. I have changed from the current directory to MP. So I display the content of that directory. I see that there are some files. These are the files. There are the files which called dboard, def, vt, test, wave, shift, and so on. Why the rest? So I want to download I want to download the one of this file. What I have to do, I have to use the command which is called get. To get it means to download the content from the server to your local machine. So if I put a get wave shift, it is this one. If I type this, it will display this message that the command has been completed successfully, and opening data connection for waves, and then it will show the transfer complete. It means that the file has been downloaded to your computer, and then you, after you have received the file, this is the byte of the total size of the file, and then you will type quit to quit the prompt, so it will say it will tell you goodbye. So let's check if it is connected to the other computer. I can use the computer name. So my computer name is Gatete Mint. This one is Gatete Mint. So I want to ping the computer name, which is called Marcel Mint. So what I have to do, I have to put the P. I can use the name of the computer. I can use FTP Marcel Mint, like this. It is saying Marcel Mint temporary failure in memory resolution. Okay, no need. I am going to show you what may be the problem. IP address, IP config. I will see that the IP address of this machine is the 1.1. So the IP address of the other machine is the 1.2. So I put FTP 1.2.1.1.2. It will say the connection refused. So we might get this error. I can also type like this, FTP. The address of this one is 1.1. To say that the network is unreachable. So I can say the ping. I can use the ping. So it is pinging. So it means that when you have this type of problem, you have to check if FTP is installed. FTP, if it is installed, how are you going to guess it? I show you. So what you have to do, if I try FTP, it doesn't work. So first I have to install it. To install it, I have to install it online. So what I have to do, I have first to connect my device, the VirtualBox, to the host operating system. So I have to change here devices, network, and the network settings. I change the network from internal to NAT. If I put a NAT, network address translation, this one NAT is used to, it will be help us to connect to the internet. So we will be having a public IP address, which we will take it from the wireless here. So if I use an internal network, it means that it is used to connect only locally, to connect the VirtualBox to the main operating system, but I want to be able to get the internet. So to get the internet, I have to put NAT, and then check if the cable is connected, and I click this. After that, to check if I can check the IP address first. The IP address is still there. Okay, it is here. Element mask. So I can check if I can ping Google. If I can ping Google, it means that the internet is there. otherwise no internet is there. So there is it doesn't know ping. It means that the internet is not it is still not available. So what I have to do, I have, after connecting this, I have to remove this IP address because it is static. So using this IP address, I am not able to access the internet. So I have to go to C ATC network, and then after that I have to put a V. You can use a group edit interfaces. And then what I have to do, I have to wait because internet the computer is very slow because I have connected two virtual boxes plus my operating system. It is a problem. You see that the main operating system is Windows, so there are other operating systems which are here, so that is why it is going very slowly. So the interface will come. So I have what I have mentioned here. It is static IP address. So the static IP address can't connect us to the internet. So I have to remove them. So I have added this line. This one also, if I put put this symbol, it means I am making them this line. This will become a comment. This is a comment. This is a comment also, and this I comment it. So it means that I have removed this line are not valid anymore. So I save it. I want to get the IP address from the dynamic IP address in order to connect it to the internet. After doing this, I close the interface file. I close it. I save. After saving, I have to close it. I close it. It is very slow. So to save the network configuration, I have changed. I have to put sudo as a super user, and then service networking restart. I restarted the networking service so that my change take effect. I can also check the status of my network. I can see, I can put the status. Okay, like this, there is no problem. Only if there is some more red color text, it is a problem, but this is no problem. So I can put a Control Z or Control C, and I check my IP config. You see that the IP is still there. So what I have to do, it is because I have been disconnected here. So I am not connected. What I have to do, I have to first to check again here if that is there. That is there. Okay, it is there. So I restored my computer. I put init 6 as we did previously. It means it will reboot the computer. So I can check if the internet is there. I can put google.com or any other website. You see it is replying okay, the internet is there. Or you can even browse it. It is like Windows, you can browse here. I'm having a browser, so I have to install FTP to install FTP. I have to right click this, sudo I have to type sudo apt-get install vsftpd. This I press enter. Sudo, I type the command wrongly. Sudo apt See that this machine is very slow, but you see that I can browse Google, no problem. So here I am installing FTP. So you have to wait. The machine is very slowly because I am running two VirtualBox in the same computer. So what you're doing on one computer, you have to do the same on another computer. So I have it started the computer, but it is not starting. So I can log out. I can go in the command prompt. I can put Ctrl-Alt-F4, Ctrl-Alt-F4. The VirtualBox. If it is not working, you can reboot it. You can reboot like this. Reboot, it will reboot your computer. So I can check the other computer, Alt F4. I go into command prompt and then boot root. Password it, and then check type address config. Okay, it is there. This is okay. So I have to check if the other machine also is having ipconf is displaying is connected to the local computer, local network, because here I'm using local network. So I can check if FTP is installed there. Update get install VSFTPD. You can check if it is there. It is already. It is saying FTP is already the newest version. Okay, very good. It is there. So I will check also on this on the other computer. You check if it is working. So what is the my home directory, my current folder directory pwd? Yeah, I'm in the root. What is there in the root? So I can create a new directory which is called FTP mkd FTP. So I can go into FTP for the FTP. So in FTP there is nothing. I can create a new file which is called vi students text. I can put inside the students some text. I can type anything, no problem. WK. Yes, I can see the control of the students. Very good. So I go to the other computer, I check. I go to the root directory. I put root gateway. Gateway. So I check the IP address. Okay, it is working. I check if FTP is working. Up to get install VSFTPD. I see. I'm going to see that it has been installed. So it is not VS. I typed it VSFTPD. Okay, it is there. Okay, very good. So I create here also if the current directory is this one, root. I create the directory which is called mkd exercise, and then take the exercise. Say the exercises cd clear. Let's check the file. mkd exercises. Then I go to exercises. Color. I create a file vi max.txt. I can type anything inside the file, and then I save and cross. So there is the file. So I am going to go. I am having the IP address. If you configure this, it is having the IP address 12. So I am going to log in to the other computer which is called the FTP. So which is having the IP address 11. I can 11. So I can use first ping. I ping 12. I ping. Okay, I can ping it. As I can ping it, so I'm going to connect it and upload some file. I put FTP, then I put the IP address of the computer. So there is some problem. FTP, okay. There is a problem because I typed the command wrongly. I put the FTP 12.168.11. So the name, I put the root username, the password is equal. If everything is okay, I will be login is incorrect. It is. I type again the name is root. The password is G. So let's check. So I want to connect it to the computer with IP11. So I put FTP 192.168.1.1. So I put the username and the password of the remote machine. So if I find this login like this, it's okay. So I can see the content of my file. I put ls in my current directory. I am in the home directory of the remote machine. So I can put pwd home get it is the current directory. So I can go here. I can log out. I log out like this. I put the data. This is the remote machine, and I put the password pwd. So I put pwd here. Exit. I log in as it. I put the equal and I put pwd. It is the home directory, no problem. Okay, so I was checking. So I can log in here. I exit and exit also. So I go you open like a T gateway. I can check the current home, current user or the current directory pwd. It is home got it. So what is the IP address? And home got it in. I am having the I can display the content of a file. I am having a file which is called the student cat students like this. Okay. So I'm going to connect it from this computer to this computer. What shall I have to do? I'm going to connect and upload a file from this computer to the remote computer. So I check the current directory. I go to the exercises. I check the content. In exercises there is nothing. So I create a file vi max text. Then I can enter anything like this. Then I save it. So I can log in to the remote computer. My IP is ifconfig. It is 12. So I'm going to connect it to 1.1. I put FTP 192.168.1.1. So the name of root I put is TT and the password is equal. So I log in. I can check the content of the folder, the home folder of Gatete on this computer. So the current computer, the current directory is the home Gatete. The content, there is a file which is called students. But me, I am at my computer here. I want to send. I check the content of my current directory. So I am having a file called the students. The students just one. So I have to check the student is a file. So I am going to upload the file student and take it from my computer to the remote computer. So I am going to write the put students. So if I put the students, local student no such file or directory. So I have to check. Okay, so I have to check pwd. I am in home Gatete, so, but I am in now I am in the remote computer. So if I am in the remote computer, so I have to download the file which called the students to my home directory. So what I have to do, I go to that computer and check. I am having students file here. You see student file is there. Yeah, I'm going to take it and download it to the remote computer. So let's start by get. So I go to the remote computer here. I write get students. Get students. So I don't have the permission to get this file. That is the problem. So what I have to do, so what I shall have to do, I check my current folder. I see that I am in load. So I want to download the file student from the remote machine and download it to my load. If I put ls, you won't find anything. You see, the file student is not there. So I want to download it. So I use FTP, the IP address of the remote machine. I'm going to put TT. Connect successfully. I can display the content of the remote machine. There is a student, so I can get the last file which is called a student. I put get students. You see, you read the message. It is saying transfer comport 46 bytes received. So it means the file has been received. To see that I have received the file, I put exit. Then I check the content of my folder. You see, the first student is there, has been downloaded. So I put a CAT students. I see the content of the file students. Okay, very good. So I am going to create a file in my computer and then upload it to the remote computer. Also, I can do. Can you see the Ethernet utility? The Ethernet utility is used to reconnect to remote UNIX. This is different from FTP. FTP is used to transfer file from one machine to another computer. So this is for transfer, file transfer. Here we are going to connect we connect and login to another computer, then we can manipulate everything in that computer and then close the connection. So Telnet is treated that we allow your user on one site or one computer to make a connection, a login to that computer, and then manipulate everything inside the computer. So when you log in as a Telnet, you can perform all activities remotely on the connected computer. So it will be in the same manner as you are doing such task at your local computer. It means that you will go inside that computer. So, for example, you can a student can log in remotely through the desktop to the server or for your company or for your gym, and then they will save the work inside the server. So to use a Telnet, you have to use the following commands. So what you have to type a command Telnet and the name of the computer or its IP address. So you right click this Telnet amroad.com, you write the site or the computer domain name. It will tell you that you are connected to Amroad, but you have to first provide the username and the password or for the remote computer. After successful logging in, you will do whatever you want. You can delete files, you can create a new folder, you can do whatever. After that, you log out. So it will say that the connection is closed. The finger, this will display the information about the users and the given host. It will give you information about the currently logged in users and the host at which they have been logged in. And the host can be a local or remote. The finger may be disabled by other system for security reasons. It can be disabled. So what is the syntax of finger? If you type a finger, it will show you the username and the terminals and the time they were logged in last time. So we can get the information about the specific user by using a finger and putting a username. So it will tell you the username and his home directory, and if he has emails, he will show you all information about one user. So if you want to check or users logged in to remote machine, you can use the finger and then avatar.com. If you put this, it will display all users who have been logged in the remote computer previously. So only this one at the terminus 0 has been idle for this time. Okay. If I put a finger, get information about a specific user available on remote machine. This is the remote machine. This is the specific user. Okay, display the information about this user. Okay, let's impact this. So we have the practice reta, no problem. You read this, and then we are going to practice. Thank you.